Hello viewers, welcome to Educators. So this is Venkatramana Ganji, your Android trainer. In this session, I am going to discuss about Android architecture. So what are the different layers of Android architecture? What is Dalvik Virtual Machine? And how does an application framework make development easy? So there are four different layers in our Android architecture. So the base layer is Linux kernel. Above this, we have one more level called along with libraries and Android runtime. Above this layer, so application framework, and the top layer is applications. So now let us see what is Linux kernel. So Linux kernel is acts like a bridge between your hardware and the entire software stack. So Android has been built on Linux version 2.6 for your core system services like your binder IPC, flash memory, process management, memory management, network stack, and the driver model, along with the security. And if you observe here, we can call this as a driver layer because all your manufacturers will belongs to this particular layer where so all of our OS involves here. And if you observe here, there are camera driver, flash memory driver, binder IPC, power management, audio driver, etc. So where we'll decide all of our hardware or maybe the soft hardware features and all things will be decided by manufacturers. Above this layer, we have a libraries which includes of your C++ libraries so used by our components in the Android development process. If you observe here, there are different kind of libraries like SQLite, Media Framework, OpenGLS, OpenELS, and WebKit and all. So OpenGLS is for your gaming development, and SGLSSL is to take care of your graphics, and SQLite is to so store your structural data, and WebKit to support the web pages to have a better view in the web page or browser. At the same layer, we have Android runtime. We call that as ART, so which includes of your core libraries of Java along with the Dalvik virtual machine. So these core libraries of Java includes of java.io package, java.network package, java.util package. So where we use Java programming language for our application development. And the Dalvik virtual machine has been named on the name of the person called Dalvik who invented this virtual machine, which is also acts like your JVM, Java Virtual Machine, so where which converts JVM, so the .java files into .class files, so suitable for your web application development and all. So, but as we are dealing with the low-level memory footprints like smartphones and tablets, so the Dalvik has been invented. Another virtual machine called it as Dalvik Virtual Machine, DVM in short. So which converts your .java files into .class files along with the help of Java compiler, and there is a tool called DXTool which will convert your .class files into .dex format, that is Dalvik executable format, which is specially designed for low-level memory footprints. Above this layer we have Android framework. So there are different managers to manage different kind of activities in the application development. So if you observe here, activity manager will manage application lifecycle callbacks like when to start an activity, when to stop an activity, when to kill an activity, and the content providers, which provides one application data to the other application. The best example for this is contacts application and view system. So where we use this to develop our application UI. The basic views are like text views, text boxes, list view, grid view, radio button, and all. Notification manager, which executes all of the notifications, belongs to the system and along with the application alerts as well. So system notifications like a battery fully charged or a battery low kind of thing, and application alerts like WhatsApp alert notifications or maybe Facebook Messenger, Gmail Messenger notifications. So Resource Manager, which provides access to the non-coded Android files like your background images and icons, will be taken care by this Resource Manager. The Telephony Manager will take care of telephony related operations like dial call information, missed call information, received call information will be taken care, and telephony related operations, make a call, receive a call, all these things will be taken care by this. And the location manager will take care of location based operations and services. So where we use location manager to know the current location like latitude and latitude value of your location, and So the basic offers inner and of view, so depends upon the location where you are in resides. So this application framework made so development process very easy with this predefined framework APIs. Above this layer or the top layer we call as an applications layer, which includes of built-in applications and where the user have a provision to download from the Play Store as well. So the built-in apps like email, SMS, contacts, calendar will be there, and where the user can download his favorite games or applications or utility apps or reference apps, anything from the Play Store. All of our programs will be written using, or applications will be written using Java programming language. Now let's have a look for overall architecture and where the individual people belongs to, so in the Android architecture. So the hardware developers or the manufacturers, device manufacturers belongs to this Linux kernel, and above this we have two layers where app developers and the programmers belongs here, and the top layer where the phone users or the end users we call who enjoy applications. So as we said Android is an operating system. It's a mobile operating system, middleware, and key applications. So now this is our OS, which is the Linux. Above this we have a middleware, and the top layer is key application. So that's all for today. Thank you.